Welcome back to Florida Powerboat Club on YouTube. This is Stu Jones with producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio, and we have got more exciting coverage of that historic Nortec High Performance Boats 30th anniversary celebration, which featured a Nortec Owners Fun Run from Cape Coral, Florida, through the beautiful waterways of Pine Island Sound to Useppa Island for a very private engagement and really a great opportunity for Nortec owners to make new friends in the boating community and, of course, spend some quality time with the entire team from Nortec High Performance Boats. These next two episodes are brought to you by Nortec High Performance Boats and by supporting sponsors who were both in attendance at this big event. Of course, Mercury Racing, which is the official power plant for all Nortec High Performance Boats, and our good friends from Bradenton, Florida, Myco Trailers. Pull it in style on a Myco trailer. This is part 2 of that series, and just to recap, in our last show, we all got together at the WESTIN Cape Coral Resort for a gala Friday night party, which brought together Nortec owners, the entire staff from Nortec, as well as the extended family in the marine performance community and all of the vendors. So it was a great place to get together and an awesome party looking back over those 30 years since Nortec began in 1991. Then we got together on Saturday morning and started the fun run, which is an extended feature of all of the latest Nortec high performance models. So let's pick it up there as we join the participants on this beautiful Saturday morning in April as we head to Useppa Island. So we are back in the helicopter with the Florida Powerboat Club photo and video crew. And was that somebody hanging upside down? No, that is our new GoPro 360 Max camera with a 360-degree field of view, and we are going to use it to get some cool shots of all these boats, starting off with Jack and Jennifer Kudo from Florida in their Nortec 340 Sport. It's powered by Triple Mercury Racing 400Rs. Looks like a fun crew on board today with this beautiful blue color, and I love the matching blue trim on those Mercury 400Rs. And a little trivia for those of you who want to know more about Nortec. This is the one model, a very popular 340, which has its very own factory where they build this entire boat through to completion. And it is another Nortec 340 Sport, a very, very popular model for Nortec High Performance. And what's not to like? It's a great package, a lot of boat in 34 feet. Travis Musgrave now from Kentucky in his 34 powered by Triple Mercury 400Rs. Seems to be a popular engine package for this boat. And we saw Travis on his first event back at the Key West Poker Run in November of 2020. He joined us, and I think he took home second place for that poker run. Not a bad outcome for his first event with the Florida Powerboat Club. But today it's all about Nortec High Performance. Everybody attending has a Nortec, and I think most of the people that are here, many of them anyway, it's their second or even their third Nortec. This is a company with tremendous brand loyalty. And a very exciting transition there from the helicopter as we now catch up with Greg Cannell and his first mate, Jennifer. They're all the way from Texas, and in fact, they are a Nortec high-performance dealer, Legend Marine Group, and I do believe he's just taken delivery of this brand-new Nortec 390 Sport, Quad Mercury Racing 400s, all color matched again to the graphics on the boat. What a great-looking boat. Got the twin-row seating and mostly a white interior, which is what you want for these hotter boating conditions. And this may well be one of the first times he's run the boat because he just completed the dealer meeting, and I believe that is where he took delivery of this new Nortec. It's going to go back to Texas, and somewhere along the line, it's going to find a new home. And catching up with another Nortec 340, obviously proving that this is a very popular model for Nortec. David and Brenda Giles, who we saw in the last episode, enjoying an exciting day here in their own backyard. And I just can't help but notice these amazing boating conditions we have here today as we head to Useppa Island. Now catching up with Jeff Butcher and his brand new Nortec 390. How do I know it's brand new? Well, look at those motors on the back. Those are Mercury Racing 450s. They haven't been out for very long, so that would have to be probably a 2020 or a 2021 model. The 390 with twin row seating, the big T-top, custom paint, and interior, making this truly a one-of-a-kind Nortec. And it's nice to catch up with Keith Stansel once again from the Sarasota area. Purchased his Nortec through Erickson Marine. And I want to say he's also a Florida Powerboat Club member. He joined us on the Tampa Bay Poker Run last year. And this is a brand new boat for Keith, a Nortec 390 Sport. And he's got triple Mercury Racing 450s, single row seating with the rear facing bench. And that, of course, makes this boat a little more spacious in the aft section for fishing. And if you look closely, you'll see those 6 rod holders that he's added to the aft section of the T-top. So this kind of makes this boat a sport hybrid for fishing. And time for a very special introduction. This is Nortec's demo that they had at the Mercury Racing launch of the new 300R just a week earlier. This 390 Sport equipped with 4 Mercury Racing 300Rs. I think it's a great power package. Its performance is amazing. And some people just prefer quad engines versus triple, and this is certainly a great way to go. And time for a very rare sight. That's right, a Nortec with 2 engines. And trust me when I say rare, because we're seeing so many triples and quads. John Robinson here, one of our local boaters in this beautiful Nortec 340 Sport. I love the colors, just a beautiful boat. And here's another beautiful 390 Sport. Todd Armstrong from Ohio, long way from home. Triple Mercury Racing 450s. Once again, that incredible color, that blue is amazing. Look at how it's reflecting the water as they pass through, and the white water splashes up and makes that blue reflective. Looks like the ladies are having a nice time back in that aft seating. It's a bikini day here in Southwest Florida, and this team is just loving life right about now, I would say. And time for another dealer introduction. This is Erickson Marine. Bill Erickson at the helm. Wife Missy, who assisted with the lodging and accommodations for this event. And of course, son Chris and his wife Kimberly, always riding along and being a part of the family and showing off their brand new Nortec 390 Sport. It's powered by triple Mercury Racing 450s, and I love this boat. It looks like the guys are coming off plane as they now arrive at the entrance channel to Useppa Island. I wanted to take a moment to just flash back to a recent visit we had at the Nortec High Performance Factory in Cape Coral. And this is the same location where Nortec got it all started 30 years ago. We visit the factory quite often, and this is the new 50,000 square foot rigging facility. We came here for the grand opening last year, and since then this building has completely been filled up with brand new Nortec models. Of course, their production is at an all-time high for the company. And for those of us who have been along for this 30-year ride with Nortec, it's truly amazing to see just the progress that they have made and the amount of staffing they have, the number of skilled technicians and tradesmen and office staff and salespeople. I mean, this organization is at its peak in terms of its ability to produce first-class luxury performance boats, and not just 1 or 2 or 3 models, but really several models and several configurations of those models. Remember that every single boat that comes out of the Nortec factory is a custom build. So there's really no two that are identical at any time. And this video presentation is certainly a good way to illustrate that fact, whether it's in the boats that you see from the helicopter as we're running today and getting all of these nice aerial images, but just to be able to walk through this rigging facility and see so many different Nortec models in various configurations. And that is where Nortec is today. So we're happy we were able to bring you into the factory. But let's get back to the fun and the party as the teams arrive here at Useppa Island. Look at that long string of Nortecs. I think altogether 40 boats attending today's event as we run this relatively short course. I believe it's about 25 miles, but just look how beautiful the scenery and the waterways are today. We still got some boats out on the water, so let's catch up with these teams. And it looks like another Nortec 390 Sport. Jim Thomas from Florida, Triple Mercury Racing 400Rs. Taking it easy right now, and that's simply because he's getting into this congested area close to Useppa Island. There's a lot of boats around, so he's just chilling out and taking it easy. A lot of crew on board today. He brought the whole city block. And it's a change of pace for Rodney Demlang. Amongst all these bright silver and colorful boats, he's gone with a very traditional black with a discreet white stripe down the side. I think it's just a classic look and certainly makes this Nortec look amazing. And almost a reversal to the graphics we saw earlier with the black and the white stripe. Now we've got a white hull with a black stripe and of course the black bottom. Dave Racebeck and his son Bill entertaining Stu and Jackie today. Wonderful time with these guys. Obviously, many of us know that Dave is a principal with the company now, very big part of the Nortec family. I've lost track of how many Nortecs Dave has owned, and I bet you he has too. And time to catch up with factory and company co-founder Tron Scow and his Nortec 390 Sport. It's powered by Triple Mercury Racing 450s, and it resembles a lot his last one. I think he just reversed the colors. But I think it's a very traditional looking boat. If you look into the interior, he has that very traditional teak and holly decking. And I think it's just a great look. And in addition to some of the features you can see, like the double row seating and the large T-top, this boat is fully equipped with a Seakeeper 3, which provides amazing stability and anti-roll to the boat in all conditions. I'd like to congratulate Tron and his wife Marie on such a memorable occasion, 30 years with Nortec high-performance boats. And just when you thought you've seen every possible configuration for a Nortec 390 Sport, along comes Todd Martin from Virginia. A very, very cool color of red. I don't know if they call it burgundy, but the matching interior is kind of a cream-colored interior. I love this color combination. It really works on this boat. And our second time now with Rodney Demling from Florida and his Nortec 390 Sport. And what I have to point out about this event, and I'm kind of laughing because it's not a poker run, it's just a fun run. And everyone is just so chill. And you can see that he's cruising along, and obviously there's other boats out there like that cruiser we just passed. We're on the ICW, and these boats can certainly run a lot faster, but everyone's just kind of going, hey, it's beautiful out. What's the hurry? We're just going to Useppa. Let's enjoy the ride. So I really got to commend all of these guys for just taking it easy and enjoying the day. Stephen and Kelly Marino, longtime Florida Powerboat Club members, are celebrating the delivery of their brand new Nortec. They just got it this weekend. In fact, it's the first time they've used it. And another few more seconds with Dave Racebeck and his crew as they arrive at Useppa Island. The only thing wrong with the ride today was, I think, it was too short. And some great visuals now. Manny the manatee waiting for us as we get into the harbor here. Of course, this is a popular sighting around these waterways here in Southwest Florida. And if I was a manatee, I'd want to hang out at Useppa Island also. I mean, what's not to like? It's Useppa Island. And these aerial images can really show you what a piece of paradise this is. Obviously, here to the one end of the island, a lot of these big homes with their own private docks. It's very exclusive. You do have to become a member. And clearly, with the big marina, the attraction here is for boaters to want to join the club. And you don't have to be an owner at the island. You can just become a member and have the privileges of being able to bring your family and come to the island on weekends and enjoy the restaurant and enjoy the grounds. There's a lot of things on the island, and we gave everyone a chance to tour around in golf carts. But the one thing I want to say is that as private and exclusive as it is, they were so warm and welcoming to us because they want all of us as boaters to see this island and see the opportunities to have a membership program and to be able to visit here on a regular basis. And certainly, if I lived in this area, it would be a no-brainer to have a membership where you could come and go at leisure. As far as the helicopter goes, no problem, guys. We got a great big park here where you can land your helicopter. They made it so easy for us, and it was a wonderful visit. I'm sure all of us would agree. So with the helicopter on the ground, we got our crew flying their drone now, and these are really some spectacular images of the marina. You can see just how many Nortecs have made it. And that's one great thing about, being on an owner's rally where everyone has a Nortec. It makes rafting and docking so much easier because everything lines up perfectly. And we were able to make a lot of use of the space that they give us. We probably could have fit, another 20 or 30 Nortecs in here, certainly with all the rafting that we did. But just look how beautiful this day is. These blue skies, the temperatures were very moderate. It wasn't stifling hot. I think that's what made this such an enjoyable event. And our plan, as organizers, was to give people enough time to get settled in here at the marina, grab yourself a cocktail and walk around the docks and say hi to some new boating friends and check out the other Nortec models. We had the restaurant reserved, but with such a large group, we weren't able to accommodate the entire group in one seating. And that's why we had arranged for these additional golf carts for people to take tours. But this is a great opportunity to just really showcase the variety in terms of these Nortec models, that Flyer 46, that new Nortec 500 center console that is going to be at the Key West Poker Run, the pride and joy, the new flagship of Nortec. Of course, it's not the biggest Nortec they've ever built, but I think it's one that's going to become very popular because that 50-foot size, in my opinion, is about as big as you can get in a recreational boat before it gets to be just too much boat. Of course, Nortec has built 55s and 56s, and we all know that they built a couple of really beautiful 80s. But 50 foot and powered by 4 engines or 5 engines that's a lot of boat. And a lot of those loyal Nortec owners who have had several Nortecs before are lined up to purchase them. And I think that Nortec's future and the backlog of production that they have right now pretty much tells us that they're going to be around for a very, very long time. And we've got a lot of exciting things to see. And speaking of seeing, well, it's sightseeing now. And this is something I've done many times, so I think it was a great addition to the agenda.
Brought in all this sand back in 1920s and they created their own little beach. The main facility was actually out here called the Tarpon Inn, which was a guest facility. It in 1929, I think, caught fire.
That was Dakota Likewise, the general manager for Useppa Island Club, and he has infinite wisdom and knowledge about this island. I mean, I could follow him around all day long. He knows so much about the island, and it may be a small island, but it is packed with history. Our next stop was the Collier Inn. And clearly some of the storyline has to do with the fact that this was a destination for the rich and famous back in the 20s and the 30s, which may explain why they have a croquet court. In fact, they've had world-class events held here in the past. Eventually, we found a cozy little path which took us to some luxury homes. One of them once owned by former Nortec owner, the late Frank Riccardelli. So we took time to say hi to his widow, Millie.
We miss you, Millie. Bye.
And meanwhile, back at the marina, our photographer Jerry took some time to get some nice shots of Heather, who, along with being a model and boat show hostess at the Nortec display, has also taken on the role as managing the sales and distribution for the new line of Nortec souvenir apparel. And many of us enjoying lunch here at the Tarpon Bar. They call it the watering hole. The walls decorated with 100 years of memorabilia, all of which documents this island's colorful history. And as we start to wind things up, we get the helicopter ready to fly. This is Gavin from Straight Up Aviation here in Fort Myers area, flying his R-44 helicopter, which he has flown for many events for the Florida Powerboat Club, including our local Fort Myers poker run. So that is the beauty of Useppa Island Club as we see it now. Hope we are able to give many of you a glance at it. And I'd like to reiterate that, as exclusive of an island this is, that does require membership, they're all still very open to welcoming groups for special events. And once again, joining the Nortec factory team, officially Henrik Margaard at the helm. I don't believe he's driving. I know he likes to take pictures. And this other Nortec 390 Sport we saw a little bit earlier, Todd Martin with this beautiful 390 Sport model. And if I am not mistaken, I believe this was the Miami Boat Show boat back in 2019 or 2020. Terry Sobo brought this 390 Sport down to the Florida Powerboat Club's Miami Boat Show poker run right after the Miami show. And if I'm wrong about that, anybody, please correct me. You're welcome to share the comments or send me an email to stu@flpowerboat.com. And just going to spend some time here around the docks as we get some of these boats out on the waterways again. And glad that we're able to get some more helicopter time, because with 40 boats, it's difficult to get everybody in the first round. And hopefully for this trip back, we're able to pick up a few more boats that may have been missed in the earlier stages of this event. And above all, I think that all of these Nortec owners are feeling very special right about now, because they were able to attend an event as a Nortec owner, which was completely organized, and all of the costs associated with this event were absorbed by Nortec High Performance. There were no fees whatsoever to any of the teams to come out and enjoy the event, and I think that's very special. And one of those privileges that you didn't know you were going to get when you bought the Nortec. And I'm sure that everyone, including these little kids on Jesse Newman's boat, really appreciated what a wonderful day this became. And just to punctuate that last point, I've been involved with Nortec for probably 25 of those 30 years along the way, and we've done a lot together. But I do believe this is the very first event of this magnitude that they've ever done. In fact, I know it is, and I was so glad to be invited and be a part of it. John and Tracy Mahalik now here in their 46 flyer, Quad Mercury Racing 450s, and a boat that John is very proud of. He's owned a few Nortecs over the years. And of course, Niels Johnson, co-owner and co-founder of Nortec, he's very proud of these two, because his flyer concept was something he started years ago. And as we catch up with Scott and Kathy Campbell, this, of course, the 36 flyer, not this particular boat, but one like it would have been the first flyer, and they built several of them over the years. And I think that it was soon after the popularity of the outboards was established in this performance marine community, and that's when Nortec said, we need to make something that's just different and that's just super cool and sporty and stylish, and it's a great day boat. And here we are, out comes the flyer, and now to take it to the next level and build a 46 model and a new 55 soon to come. And there is the money shot, the 36 flyer alongside the 46 flyer with the same paint job and same incredible styling. This is something that we'd never get a chance to do. So this Nortec Owners event has brought so many of the different Nortecs together, and being able to stage this shot and get these two running together, I think it's just an added bonus to the excitement of this fantastic day. And although you maybe didn't see it in the shots from the factory, there is one more flyer coming about. It's called the 56 American Flyer, and it'll be out in the fall of 2021. And it will be powered by a set of 4 of the new Mercury 600 outboard. And one more time with the Nortec factory entry, the Nortec 390 Sport. which was the mascot for the recent unveiling of the new Mercury Racing 300Rs. It was really a first-class presentation at the nearby South Seas Resort on Captiva Island. I was able to attend with my wife Jackie, and a lot of the members of the marine community were there. So it was kind of a fun little get-together. Thanks so much to the gang at Mercury Racing for throwing such a great product launch. And the new mascot of the fleet, and the moment we've been waiting for, Jesse and Stephanie Newman from Minnesota in their brand new Nortec 500 Sport, 5 Mercury Racing 450s, custom paint, a beautiful spacious interior, a large cabin down below, twin row seating, and a perfect boat for a family day, which it is today for the Newmans. Of course, there are other weekends when it's not family day, and that's when it's more of a play weekend, and that is with the members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Stephanie and all her girlfriends here at the recent Miami Boat Show Poker Run. Off with that shirt, it's time to party. And yes, indeed, this was a very momentous launch to the Nortec 500. John Mahalik helping the girls out by saving their apparel into the water. So special thanks to Stephanie and all the ladies here on Team Dirty Money for a sensational christening event in Key Largo. And it's going to be one more time with Greg Connell and his first mate Jennifer, all the way from Texas, from the Legend Marine Group, a Nortec dealer. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, they just completed their Nortec dealer meeting just a few days earlier, and this was a great way to celebrate. All the dealers have placed their orders for the rest of the year, which of course helped Nortec to reach its highest production numbers ever, and this is obviously something that we can all celebrate as members of that extended Nortec family. And here's a boat we haven't seen yet in this episode. Greg and Nancy Miller, who now live in Florida, Nortec 390 Sport, Triple Mercury Racing 450s, running the boat nicely now, and I love the colors. I believe this may have been Tron's boat for a period of time as a demo, and Gary purchased it from him. Gary, of course, a longtime Nortec owner. He was very active in the poker run circuit more than a decade ago, and back then it was in a Nortec 4300 Super Cat. And here's a shot we weren't expecting as Tron's helicopter pilot closes in and riding above Gary and Nancy in that 390 Nortec. Almost an exact color match between the two, and I don't think that's an accident. I think that's a color that Tron happens to like. And one more time with Travis Musgrave, all the way from Kentucky, enjoying the day on his Nortec 340 Sport, Triple Mercury Racing 400Rs. And for those of you who are paying attention to the details, you notice that the 340s now have the option of getting that double row seating, which is something that's very popular with the 390 Sport. This puts more passengers in that bolstered stand-up position, which is very popular for either rough water boating and certainly for poker runs where you're driving the boat very fast. And we're now joining STACY Anderson from Canada in his 39 Nortec, Triple Mercury Racing 450s. One of the few boats we've seen here with the all-white motors, with the exception of the blue trim that you can see on the back of the cowlings, which of course matches the hull sides. And I'd like to make a special mention about STACY being from Canada. You know, it's difficult, has been difficult throughout the pandemic for Canadians to leave the country and come to the United States and then return to their own country. So it's really put a damper on a lot of the travel for our Canadian boaters who love to come to South Florida and Southwest Florida during the winter months and spend a lot of time down here. So I think that hopefully, fingers crossed, that's changing. Apparently the borders have opened up, and for those of us who enjoy this Florida boating lifestyle in the winter months, we're just happy that Canadian friends are going to be able to travel more freely, and I'm sure we'll see more of them through this coming season. And just as we began this episode with this team, Jack and Jennifer Kudo in their 34-foot Nortec, they seem to be the party boat today, and so we'll close the show off and give them the most enthusiastic team award as they enjoy this beautiful day of boating here with the fellow Nortec owners, celebrating 30 years of Nortec high-performance boats. We finished the day off at the WESTIN Cape Coral Resort and Marina, and nobody wanted to leave. A lot of people tied the boats up and came up onto the pool deck, and we had a very festive afternoon. And I think it was a great celebration overall for everyone who attended. I hope that this is an annual event. I certainly would love to be a part of it. And I want everyone to know that NORTEC is such an active organization supporting the Florida Powerboat Club. And we see NORTEC boats on all of our poker run events. And here's just a few highlights from the next couple of events after the anniversary celebration. Here's Greg Bent and Robert Sengelman in Robert's brand new 452 Superfish. This was at the Orange Beach Powerboat Week event. It was just 2 weeks after the NORTEC Owners Rally. We were in Orange Beach running in the Gulf waters. What an amazing 452 this is. We didn't see a lot of the Superfish models on this Owners Rally today. We do see a lot of them going here, especially to Bent Marine, where there's, fishing is a really popular pastime. And, Bent Marine sells probably more Superfish models from the 392 to the 452 than any other boat. So congratulations to Bent Marine for being such a successful NORTEC dealer. And of course, thanks to Greg and all of his team, and to the owner of this boat, Robert Sengelman, for supporting the Florida Powerboat Club and coming out to these events to show off the NORTEC brand. So we're going to leave you with some highlights of some of these brand new NORTEC boats that have been out on Florida Powerboat Club events throughout the spring and summer months. So thank you to everyone at NORTEC High Performance Boats for including us in this program. And remember, you're watching the Florida Powerboat Club's YouTube channel, and we've got plenty more exciting events to follow. So guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the notification bell so you get updates every time a new episode is released. Be sure to check out the website at flpowerboat.com for all of the details about upcoming poker run events in 2021, as well as membership information. You can follow us on Facebook at Florida Powerboat Club, and you can follow us on Twitter and on these Instagram pages. Thanks to all of our viewers for your wonderful comments on our page, and you guys know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. But if you have questions or comments you want to direct to me specifically, please use my personal email at stu@flpowerboat.com. I check that daily, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We have got a fantastic year planned for 2021 with members of the Florida Powerboat Club, so stay with us. Meanwhile, we're going to sign off for now. This is Stu Jones along with our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe on the waterways. Wear your life jackets when the time is right, and always respect your fellow boaters. Bye for now.